of games. Obviously in round one, Melbourne Uni prevailed 36-17. Sean Morris with a hat-trick, but Sean's not playing today. So we are just about to get underway. Referee Will Bailey gets proceedings underway, and Melbourne Uni kick very short on that far side. They've regained the ball. Quick turnaround. This is McRae. Finds the big fella in Dewar. McRae looking around. Goes short side. Maloney. Recycling it well. The ball's coming out. Maloney again. Oh, over the top. As they keep retaining possession of the ball. Fantastic. Good move here. This is the big fella, Leota. As they go fast on it. Bailey's got his arm up, penalty. Clift charges through. He's being held up. They move it well. This is Uni, breaks the line. Little kick through. Could be a touch in goal, but referee Bailey will go back for the penalty on the far side. So Uni retain a position. So, what will Uni do here? Will they kick for touch? Will they go for goal? The wind has swirled around to Uni's back a little bit, so no, they're going to kick for the side. This is Mitchener, kicks for touch. So, attacking line out, probably 7 or 8 metres from the Box Hill line. Josevic will throw in. We'll look for late change to the lineup. Sam Richards comes in at 4 to partner William Cliff. Callum Toyer's gone back to 8. And that is Clift securing good line-out ball. Is it going to come out? Yes, this is McRae to Stowers. Stowers at a short ball. It's stolen by Box Hill. Great work there. And he's still going. Unbelievable, what a run this is. That's unbelievable play from Rassese. Box Hill get to the breakdown very, very quickly. That's Palu getting the ball out. Is there a turnover here as well? No, Box Hill seem to have retained. Moto. Good move there by Thesera. Pile in, they go this short side. Moto again making a break. That ball was popped out. Dewar has got caught with it. Finds a Balialovo. Maloney got absolutely smashed late there. Melbourne Uni come up with that loose ball. McRae. This is the big fella, Samu. The man mounting himself. McRae. Uni finding great phases of play here. Out to Carmichael. Carmichael on that left wing, tries to kick ahead, the ball's popped up. That could be a try. Although, they've been pushed over. The ball's popped out loose on that far side. Who's got possession? Oh, there's a penalty there. Hands in the ruck. So it's going to be a penalty to Uni. Both teams looking to keep the live, Stan.
That was a good sequence of play there. Both Box Hill did well to exit about 7 or 8 phases ago. Then Uni have come back. Great opportunity here. They had an opportunity in the first couple of minutes. They've opted to take the short line out, perhaps a driving maul. They had a good opportunity in their first phase of attack near the line, but missed that opportunity with a little cutout pass that went astray.
Josovic finds Clift, and they all pile in. They're going to roll this maul, getting closer and closer. This is the big fella, Samu! Did he get the ball down? No. Held up, attacking scrub.
They're a bit lucky there because the elevation of that throw was quite high. When you throw a high ball into a line out, it allows the opposition to regroup. They know where the drive is going, the axis of the drive's coming from. Box Hill got behind that, but the Uni had their tractor feet going and managed to push the ball over the line, and Box Hill underneath it to save it.
There's been a reversal here on advice from the touch judge. By look at Bailey went to the touch judge to find out some information after initially calling held up, but he has awarded the try. So Melbourne Uni, after only a couple of minutes and retaining a lot of possession, score the first try today. I believe that was Lloyd Samu who has got the ball down. Another late change to the lineup, replacing Declan Cox, who's moved to the bench. Lloyd Samu has come in, and he has scored the opening try of the day.
Yes, the AR2 coming in there to advise the referee that indeed, from his angle, the ball was correctly grounded. Very difficult when you've got stacks on the mill, and the AR2 and the AR1's main duty is to ensure and clarify with the referee whether a try is actually scored, and that's what's occurred here.
So Max Dewar looking to convert that opening try of the afternoon. Farah has got a bit of a breeze behind him now, makes good contact, and that is pushed across the face of the uprights. So we have the opening score of the afternoon. Box Hill 0, Melbourne Uni 5.
I think both teams here are trying just to suss each other out. The ball hasn't been given the full length of string. It hasn't gone right through the backs. They're just working it up, turning it inside, just testing the strength of each other's forward pack as we see this restart into the wind, into the little breeze.
So that's a good kick there, and that has been secured by Uni, dragged down by Balilova there. Melbourne Uni look to use this ball again. Good tackle in midfield. Ball's popped up. Box Hill turnover. Coming back inside, back to the strength. That's Gilberg. But that ball has been dropped, and there will be a turnover. Box Hill were looking likely there to make some decent ground, but just a little slap tackle really, and the ball came loose.
A bit sluggish too. They should have had quick hands there. They had an overlap out wide, but the quick hands was just wanting. They wanted to draw and pass. Circumstances like this, if you're watching this, junior players, get the ball as fast away from the breakdown as you can. And now your centre and wingers to use their speed and running lines. Didn't occur then.
No.
Box Hill do have the ability out wide to execute some good moves.
Right, Recessi there came back inside when, like, as you say, Stan, he had man outside and opted to come off his right foot back inside to, I mean, the strength was there with the forwards, but I agree with you, Stan. If he'd have put it out wide, they were very strong. They had lots of numbers out to the right, and as he came back inside, like I said, the ball was slapped out of his hands, and they lost all momentum, and now they've lost the put into the scrum.
The Box Hill coach was telling me that they had a week off from training this week, just a very light run to try and recharge their batteries and refocus on the game at hand for the second round, and I'm not sure whether having a week off training's done them any good at this stage.
Yeah, they do look a bit sluggish, but got to say as well, Box Hill only 5 starters the same from round 1 in the same game, so that tells you a little bit about changing. And Melbourne Uni, they've gone blind this way, and this is Carmichael has popped up on that left wing again. He started very well, Carmichael. There's another late change to the starting lineup. McRae getting them all moving. He's done very well early on, McRae. This is Max Stowers. He's kicked behind the left wing of Box Hill. That ball's bouncing well. And this is Salesi inside, takes it well. And Quialele and Salesi try and get out of the 22, but again, handling error. And that has turned the ball over right inside their own 22. And I think you're absolutely spot on, Stan. The Box Hill guys do look a little bit sluggish, and perhaps this week off just around the long weekend has perhaps done them no good whatsoever.
Celesti there was very, very slow. He got to the ball with plenty of time and then held on to it. He should have shoveled it straight back to the other Box Hill player. I think it was the fullback. Should have shuffled that to him immediately. Subsequently, he was caught in possession. Not good play from the Hillman there.
Box Hill with a very, very flat defensive line is spread out. Bit of a change for Melbourne U. Looks as though Leota is on already in number 22 for Uni in the front row. I didn't quite see anyone come off, so not sure what's happened there. McRae feeds, ball's out quick. Stowers. Keel. Ball's mixed up, that's intercepted and dropped, but yeah, that ball again mishandled in midfield, not securing possession.
Nevertheless, the intent was good there. We saw quick hands and the change of running lines. He didn't step off his foot when he came to that defensive player, and subsequently got jolted and lost the ball. But good to see them in this wind, which is now gusting and quite strong into our faces.
Yep.
A good opportunity there, but can't condemn the punching defensive tackle.
Yeah, as this wind does pick up again. So Delay Moto going to feed this scrum. As that goes down, we're going to restart it. Luckily we're not playing by World Series rules, Stan, in this weather with a bit of wind. Otherwise the scrum would be null and void by now already.
Very much so.
Hopefully this wind will blow the clouds away and we won't get any rain.
There's certainly now very, very strong wind blowing into our faces at the moment.
So Moto goes. Moto still going. Moto is being two. Moto, he's been caught, only 15 metres short. Box Hill forwards, get there. They've got 3 men out on this near side. If they can get there, the ball's looped out. This is Gilberg. Gilberg finds Carmichael. I'm going on the wrong team. Thesera, sorry, on this left wing. But that's Essie. That's Balialovo. Moto gets the ball out. This is Ben Williams. Sets it up. Moto goes this side. Oh, he's dropped the ball again as Recesse, but Melbourne nearly all offside. And that's a penalty right in front of the uprights, about 20 metres out. What will Balialovo choose to do?
Well, I think under these circumstances, I'd be kicking. He's going to have a shot, but
no, scrum.
Oh, it's a corner scrum. Okay. Well, they're in an attacking position. They're just getting quite a good move forward now with their forward pack there with that continuity. Perhaps not going for the line because of the wind.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you there, but they must feel that they have some advantage in the scrum if they're going to opt for a scrum, or perhaps they just want a breather. Hopefully you can still hear us at the minute, because it seems to be going a bit dead.
Hello? Yeah, here.
So we just got a little break in play as one of the Melbourne Uni players, I think it's Joel Josephich, gets a bit of treatment.
You got audio?
So still Josephich gets treated, so we're a little bit of a break in play for people to just reassess where they are. It is the Dewar Shield Rugby Victoria Club Rugby match of the round. We're at RHL Sparks Reserve between Box Hill and Melbourne Uni. Melbourne Uni 5-0 up at this stage.
This break and play will allow Melbourne Uni just to settle down, stop the pace of the game. It's a good old tactic in rugby union. Attacking team almost on the line, someone goes down, feints an injury, and it just stops the momentum. I'm not saying this injury is feint or not, but he's up on his feet now.
Yeah, Josevic, he did already have a strap knee, so hopefully he is all good to go. So it's going to be a scrum down, attacking feed to Box Hill. That was a fantastic run as well by Delay Moto from inside his own 22, got into the other opposing 22, only dragged down by the kind of the legs of his shorts. So he's going to feed. That front row's popped up. Melbourne Uni with a great drive, and they've turned the ball over, Melbourne Uni. Maloney has found Carmichael on left wing, kicks ahead. That's a great kick. There's nobody back. Salesi, will he get there? The ball's bouncing towards the sideline, but that's been rescued by Logan, and that ball is out.
Yeah, that was a good scrummage there by Uni to turn the ball over. Box Hill threw away 3 points. They had the confidence to keep the momentum going, but it just didn't pay off. Kicking for the corner, I still believe would have been a better option.
Tap and go, Stan, I reckon, middle of the field.
Gee, tap and go would have been another great alternative, yeah, for sure. But I think today you're going to have to take the points when they come along. An old saying in rugby, always take the points.
So, Box Hill got the ball. That is Sam Richards securing the ball, and the big fellow Lloyd Samu in the middle of the field drops the ball cold.
Lovely jump in the line out. The ball was well won by Uni. Nice high. Lifters got him really high there, and there was every opportunity there to move the ball along, but again, fumbling. Do you think this wind is having any effect on the handling today? The ball shouldn't be that greasy, should it?
No, it's not greasy, it's just cold.
Yeah.
As we got just... Okay.
The scrum is fed, and again, it's a penalty. Box Hill pushing early in that scrum. They've got the big fella running through now.
Yes. Uni. Turn the ball over. McRae goes blind. There's a little chip ahead from Keel, and that is secured. Here's goes Salesi, and he's kept it in field instead of going for touch. That is Stowers. It's tied in up. That ball's probably thrown forward by Keel, and yes, referee Will Bailey picks that up, and it's going to be a scrum. But Melbourne Uni won't mind that after their defensive scrum efforts.
No, again, Melbourne Uni have just got to look at their options a little bit more carefully. There was overlaps there, waiting to receive the ball, didn't come their way. And another opportunity by the students, which has got a miss.
So Box Hill going to feed this scrum. Both teams need to show a bit more patience, I think. Actually recycle the ball, so set it up, secure some decent possession. As Moto, they're going backwards, but Belilova picks it up, sets Moto away. Salesi into the line, finds Quialele. Quialele still going.
I know that.
And that's pick and drive. Good, it's a massive line out for Box Hill, who dropped the ball cold again, but dropped the ball in the face of the Melbourne Uni, coming up too quick. So the tap and go this time. They've gone taken a quick penalty this time. Moto digs in the back there, and that's another penalty. Oh, it's not back 10, so Moto goes again, but he doesn't.
Well, Box Hill have got to be smart here. They've got 9 players to the left of the tap kick. Twice they haven't used that. What are they going to do here? And there it is.
They're a bit... they're going to go for the line-out by the look of it. So this is Maloney. Going to put it right in the corner. And that's a good kick. 5 metres out from the line.
Very intelligent play there. They wouldn't want another scrum down after at least two turnovers from this big uni pack.
You can see from the linesman's flag that the wind is favouring Melbourne Uni, just slightly. It is gusting, as we've mentioned previously. And that ball has been stolen in front of the line by, I think that may have even been Matt Dewar that's stolen that ball right at the front. So another turnover to Uni as Max Stowers kicks this way downfield and clears the danger. And it's just short of their defensive 10-metre line. So too many turnovers stamp for Box Hill, unfortunately, but Uni had taken their opportunities to spoil and get the ball back near enough at every occasion.
Yeah, Uni are using the wind a little bit better too. That was a good clearing kick.
So this time, Box Hill secure the ball. Balilovo in the centre of the field, sets it up. There's a pick and run by Hakanima. Hakanima still going. And it's a try. And I think Will Bailey is going to ask for some advice on this one. As he was tackled, he kind of was held, he picked up and went again. So whether or not he released the ball, Bailey is going to make a decision, and he's going to give the try. So there you go, out of absolutely nothing, there is a try right up the centre of the field to Box Hill.
Yeah, Melbourne Uni's defence there just let him waltz through. And I'm sorry if you're getting some distortion on this commentary, but it's the wind gusting in our faces. Yeah, a soft try there. He should have been taken. I think it's you tackle him. No, I will. No, you will. And by then the Ojo gone.
Well, the ball kind of went through. Moto again through, and he was tackled, but obviously not held. So he just took the opportunity to keep going, and there he was, unopposed. He was even surprised himself. He nearly forgot to put it down at one stage.
And if you're following the laws of the game, of course, if you're tackled with the ball and not hurled, you can get to your feet and then pick the ball up. You cannot get to your feet still carrying the ball. You've got to release the ball, get to your feet, pick it up again, and run, and off you go. And I think that's what the debate may well have been in that instance.
So Box Hill take the lead, 7-5. That's a big kick off the kickoff. That's gone straight out. So option, line out on halfway or scrum in the centre of the park, and I think they're going to go for the scrum. So a bit of a mistake again by Uni after starting so well, a couple of handling errors, and now gone to sleep in defence and kicked the kick off straight out into touch.
Seems to me they're just having a little trouble controlling the wind. Although the two sides, certainly the students have been just a little bit more astute in their kicking game. I'd like to see in this swirling wind, I'd love to see the huge tall bomb and the wind floating that ball around. Will always put a lot of pressure on the defence.
Great drive by Melbourne Uni, and McRae tackles Moto. But Box Hill recycle, pick and drive. That could have been picked up from the side, but Will Bailey was kind of obstructed in his view there. Moto trying to dig it out, going blindside. This is Salesi. Salesi stands up, he's been tackled by Dewar. Dewar's dragging him like a rag doll. So, great tackle in midfield there by Samuel. Melbourne Uni might have turned this over. No, ball's coming back. Logan goes in to fish it out. Ben Williams there with a little run, sets it up, ball's coming out quickly. Maniafiota keeps going, he's standing up, but goes to ground. This is good patience here by Box Hill, it's good. Even though they might not be making ground, they're still retaining possession. Moto. Recessi secures the ball this time. Hakanima comes from the side, but let off. Maloney kicks ahead, and that has found Michener. Michener counter-attacks here. Still going Michener. Oh, great counter drive. Not counter drive, full on drive. Uni come this blind side. This is out 2. Oh, Samuel rolls again. But this time he's lost the ball. Stolen. This is Mahmoud. Mahmoud finds Salesi. Salesi's beaten one. Looking for Thesera. Thesera pops it back inside. Back to Salesi. Box Hill over the ball. Maloney. This is found Dow. Dow is still going. Dow beats 2. Hands off the fullback, and Dow is in. Rafaela Dow runs in from 40 metres. Showed great pace, great strength. Beat the fullback with a good fend and dived over. What a try by Rafaela Dow.
Dow's try there was a great opportunist try. The ball came out, there was a huge gap, and he took the right option. He scooted through it very, very quickly, straightened up. A very good individual try. There were alternatives out wide, but he seized the moment, and you've got to do that in rugby. You've got to make decisions on the run. What do I do? Do I go through this gap? Do I set it up? Do I let the ball through the hands to the wing? And on that occasion, there was a big gap there. 2 lumbering forwards on either side of it, and through he went.
There was some great interplay on this left wing by Thesera and Joji Salesi. Bit of interplay. Salesi found Thesera, who gave it back to Salesi. The ball came out. They charged over. Maloney got it quickly out to Dow, and Dow ran in, did it all himself from 40 metres.
Yeah, I think Melbourne. I think Box Hill are ahead now, but against the run of play, really,
yeah,
I just feel that Melbourne Uni are dominating the scrums. They won a couple of beautiful line-outs, just a bit of handling areas holding them back. They're kicking a little bit better for position, but they're down on the scoreboard.
Both tries scored by Box Hill have come from Melbourne Uni errors, but I mean errors deep in Box Hill territory, strangely enough. But there you go. It's 14-7 here at Al Sparks Reserve as Moses Hakanima secures that kickoff. Box Hill look to work this ball. This is Dow again. Dow is off. Still going. And tries to pass out the back. A miracle pass. And that's turned over. Melbourne, a Uni counter-attack here. And that ball's kicked through. Still in play. And that's just trickled out. No. The assistant referee there decided that the ball was out before the kick ahead. And Box Hill are taking a very quick line out. No, we're not having that. Will Bailey doesn't like that. The line out was set.
Melbourne Uni have got to settle and organise their defence out in the centres. They're playing rush defence, which means you're in the face of the opposition. Now twice Box Hill have slipped through that defensive cordon. So Melbourne Uni just need to tighten up their defence out wide. They can't let this Box Hill, very speedy Box Hill wingers, get access to the ball.
Box Hill secure this line out. Moto, Maloney. This is Balialovo out in the middle of the park. Ball's popped out on Uni side, turnover. Can Uni make this count? Odell, that's nearly a high tackle as well on Odell. McRae. Melbourne Uni pilot, and they're going to go short side this time. This is Dewar. Oh, he may have been tackled before the ball there, but no, he's going to get the knock on instead. I thought there may have been a little bit of an early tackle, but
it did look like that, but the referees decided otherwise. Good patience there from Uni.
Yeah, they did well.
That was some good phases there. Left out. right down the short side. That's what they need to do. Be more conscious of honouring the safety of the ball.
So, referee Bailey just having a quick word to the front rows before they go down. Uni have been fairly dominant in the scrum so far, so they will be looking to turn this ball over inside the 22. That's another big drive from Uni. Will that ball come out? Yes, it will. Ball is spun out to the backs. This is Coco. Still got the ball. Now they've turned it over again. I think Uni, Box Hill, all of a sudden have come out. Maloney is going to look to kick to this near side, and that is a great kick. That's gone all the way to this near touchline, even though it was the longest touchline away from Maloney's boots. So Uni look to capitalise on this attacking line-out.
Smart play by Maloney, using the wind to let the ball, the wind carry the ball over the touchline, because this near side is where the ball's going to travel.
He's missed his mark as Josevic this time. So Box Hill look to have scooped this ball. Moto gets it out to Maloney. This is to Mahamoud. Mahamoud still going. He's got choices, Moto. Wow, what a drive from Melbourne Uni that was. Came through, Maloney's chipped ahead. He may have out-kicked his man, and this is Mitchener. Mitchener's tackled. McRae finds Samu. It's going to take an army to bring that man down. McRae goes blind. Balialova making good ground. They go blind again. Little kick ahead. And that is going to hit the corner flag. So 5 metre scrum. Scrum, a 5 metre line out, I should say.
Line out. Of course, those not aware, under the new laws, the touch the flag in the corner is part of play. So if the ball hits the post, the post on the goal line or anywhere and bounces back in field, it's play on. Its ball is not determined to have gone out. I think on that occasion must have hit the corner flag.
Yeah, went the other side, yep.
And just drifted into touch.
So defensive throw in the line out to Box Hill, who secure the ball through Sean Saunders. And Box Hill pile in and drive for them. Made good metres here. 10 metres made off the back of that line out. Moto is looking for the ball. And there is going to be a penalty. A few hands in that ruck there. It's very, very slow ball. I think they're going to play for this penalty. No, they're going to have a run. Maloney to Dow again. Maloney's got the ball back, but he's been absolutely slammed to the ground. Recesse has recycled this ball. There's a big drive there. This is George Maniafatoa. Maniafatoa still going. Box Hill doing very well off the back of this penalty. Maloney. And that is Recesse dropping the ball again, but Mahamoud picks it up. Melbourne Uni have pilfered this, I think. It's a big turnover. Uni go again. That's a great tackle in midfield. Ball's been dropped again. And that is finally called dead.
A lot of handling errors today, Beefy.
Yes, a lot of handling errors today, Stan.
No reason for it. No,
it's just, I think, the week off in the competition probably hasn't done anyone any good, I think. It's amazing how that mid-season break can sometimes kind of halt any momentum and any flow to clubs' play. And we're seeing Melbourne Uni especially, a whole host of handling errors, drops mainly. But as we've said a couple of times before, they have been very dominant in the scrum, so they won't mind scrums at this stage. They caused a turnover last time in the 22. They are no doubt they will try and do it again with a huge drive. Moto feeds. They've got another big drive on, but the ball's come quickly out. Old Channel X, we used to call it. And this is Teixeira flying down this left wing, and he's beaten his man, and he will run all the way to the try line. That is an absolute beauty from Jonathan Teixeira. Did what he had to do. Ran in from 65 metres out. That quick ball off the back of the scrum, even though the forwards are going backwards, it's amazing how quick ball can put people into space.
Yeah, that's right. That was a great opportunity there for Box Hill, and they took it. They were going backwards, scrambled the ball on the short side, 2 passes, lovely drew the man, passed it to the winger, and he was gone. Good try, well constructed, acting on instinct, and good communication by those players, the halfback and also the inside, the winger.
Box Hill, that is, they know they're getting beaten up front in the scrum, but for Jolie Balialobo to pick that ball up very quickly off the hook and set Moto and then obviously Celestia and Teixeira free on this near side was great play by the captain. So that is amazing how going backwards they were able to create that space. But that ball was in the scrum, I reckon, less than half a second before they got it out. So Maloney is attempting to make it 21-5, and he slots that conversion, 3rd conversion of the day, 3 out of 3 for Maloney into the wind.
Of course, I don't think we've mentioned it, but this is a very important game for both sides. Box Hill set 2 points outside the top 4, and just above them is Melbourne Uni. So very important not to lose today, because you'll be further away from the opportunity of playing in the finals. You see on the points table, Box Hill have got 15 points, Uni have got 16, and in front of them is only Powerhouse with 17 points, and just above them is Moorabbin.
So Box Hill secure this kick-off, and they quickly kick it straight downfield, and Uni struggles to secure it. There's McRae. This is Odell back in support. Great work from the back rower. There's hands in there from Box Hill. Bailey's arm is up in the air. There's going to be a penalty. You just need to settle down a little bit here, secure a bit of possession.
Yeah, I see Box Hill growing in confidence.
Yes, very much so. So Mitchener goes for touch. So not long to go in this first half. Box Hill 21. Melbourne Uni 5. Despite Melbourne Uni having quite a bit of territory advantage, turnovers are costing them. 3 tries to 1. Both, nearly all tries, long distance ones as well. There's Josovic, throws in. And Clift picks that ball up. Great work from Fred Keel. Keel still going. Still going, Fred Keel. Sets this up. Long pass out to Stowers.
Now Melbourne Uni need to be patient here. They've got good momentum going.
And what has happened here? It's a bit of a tip tackle, possibly. Bailey is going to look at what's happened. Going to get some advice, I think, from Amber on this near side touchline. Bit of a discussion. We shall wait and see. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a penalty to Melbourne Uni in some form. So Bailey is going to have a chat to, I think it's Recessi. Just a warning there.
Right, now Melbourne Uni should kick for the corner here. Set up another rolling maul, which they nearly executed in the first 2 minutes of the match. Let's see what happens.
So the question was asked about the tip tackle. but deemed to not be too dangerous, so just the penalty. So Maloney puts it, not Maloney, I should say Mitchener puts this right in the corner. Attacking line out. Who will Josovic find? It's up to Callum Toy. And that ball has been knocked forward as Box Hill come away with it. Still going. Hakanima. Big tackling from Uni. They turn the ball over. This is Odell. 15 metres out in front of the post. Got on the open side. They got men over if they can get it out to the winger. This is Carmichael. James Carmichael on that left wing. He's made some good runs today. Ball is slow to come out. McRae looking for support. Callum Toy again. Still going, only a couple of metres short. Sender's gone through. This is Keel. Fred Keel still going. Has he got to the line? Yes, he has!
Oh, lovely try. Lovely try.
Fred Keel doing it all himself in the centre. I thought he wasted the two men outside, but no, he beat his man. Got tackled, but managed to grab himself a try by reaching out just a couple of metres short. But Fred Keel all the way, just on the stroke of half-time. That is a much-needed try, and again, even losing the ball at the line-out, they managed to get the ball back, recycle.
Opportunity there with that short line-out in the corner. The ball went very, very high, allowed Box Hill jumper to get up, sight it and knock it back. Would have liked to have seen a flatter throw there, but didn't come to pass, but it didn't matter. Melbourne Uni went through and scored.
So Max Stowers tries to reduce the deficit. It is 21-10 at this stage in Box Hill's favour. Ash. Stowers steps up. Stowe, that's a great kick. Oh, he's hit the post.
2 points that could be fairly vital.
That's
in
right.
terms of bonus points. Anyway, we've got another half to go. We're just coming into half time shortly, so players will be able to have a bit of a breather and regroup.
We did have an injury early on, which did hold up play for a couple of minutes, so we will have a couple of minutes of added time just be in this first half. Box Hill taking their time. They're going to have this gusty breeze behind them in the second half, so not surprising they are going to try and drag this out to half time. So Maloney, that's a great kick off, very, very high, good chase, and the ball's bounced around. Samuel goes himself, the big fella, McRae, and that ball's been touched by Rassesi, and that's going to be deemed a penalty. Rassesi breaking that up, and Bailey may well go to his pocket here against Rassesi because that was slapped down deliberately. So Bailey is going to go to the pocket, and Rassesi is going to have to sit in the bin for 10 minutes. I like the way Bailey is being patient with his decisions. He's actually assessed the situation each time and made a conscious decision about what he does in terms of certain decisions. We had the try earlier, the 2 tries earlier. He went to the sideline both times, and this time with the sin bin, taking his time to make a decision. It's good maturity from Will Bailey.
Yeah, no, good refereeing.
So Box Hill 21, Melbourne Uni 10. It's a good even contest despite the score at the minute. That's great, good secure line out at the front of the line from Uni, but that has been dragged down, but the ball has been dropped despite I thought the line-out being secured by the Uni, and Bailey
just scrape over the line.
Talk about runs of losses. After England got to number 2 in the world, I should they were like on point, so we're very, very close to the All Blacks. Now they've lost 5 straight. So yeah, England struggling a little bit. Anyway, we're back for the second half with Box Hill 21, Melbourne Uni 10. Box Hill do have Rasese in the bin, so they've got another 8 or 9 minutes with only 14 men. So will Uni be able to get back into this game as Magnus Gilbert gets that ball out to the 22? Uni try and run from deep. They are playing into a fairly stiffish, gusting breeze. Box Hill may have turned this ball over as Uni go backwards, but Dewar secures this ball. Callum Toy. That is stolen by Hakanenima. Moto. Ben Williams. There's a lot of players sucked into this maul ruck. Balialovo. Still popping around the ball. Will Box Hill dig this out? Will Uni get it? Oh, it's a bit of... Oh, here we go. Box Hill charging over. This is Halu. They go again. Balialovo. Ball's popped out. This is Maniafia Dollar. Maloney. Missed move. Mahmood went a little bit too early for Maloney's liking. Moto at the back of this ruck. Ben Williams again. Got his hands on the ball quite a number of times. Palu goes himself. Remember, Box Hill only have 14 men here. They've done very, very well to secure this ball.
Just need to be patient. Just pick and drive, get near the post before they release it. Oh, he's over.
No, not quite. Held up short. Turnover. Melbourne Uni pick the ball up. This is Loy Samu, and the ball pops out. Could have held on to the ball instead of kicking, but it's turned over, and Dow is going again. Dow shows his pace. Ravela Dow from the halfway line when that kick just went infield from Stowers. The ball popped up, and Box Hill again a long distance try.
I wouldn't call that, it was very much an opportunist try there. It wasn't a team try, it was just unfortunate that kick came off the side of the boot, lobbed in the field, and the winger was away. Fast boy, he's got some legs.
Yeah, yes, Ravela Dow. Absolutely, he's taken his opportunity. As soon as he gets open space, he is gone. So it's only a little lad for a centre, but in terms of wheels, he absolutely flies. And like I said, if give him a bit of room, and he will take that opportunity to get out there. So Box Hill score the short-handed try.
Came from another turnover of the ball. I think he did the right thing, the Uni boy. He should have kicked it further downfield along the touchline. He had no support.
No, that's exactly right. It was only Samu the prop who turned the ball over, so the only support he had was from the prop. So you're probably right, but probably should have gone a lot longer instead of a little dink inside. As Maloney misses that conversion, so that makes the score Box Hill 26, Melbourne Uni 10. As this wind picks up yet again.
The way this game's going, Melbourne Uni have got to be the next to score to have any chance. I sense that, and I'm sure you do watching this game, viewers.
Thank you for joining us wherever you are in the world. We are quite amazed at the numbers of people watching the broadcast, so thank you for joining us wherever you are, and some very strange places as well watching these broadcasts, so all good. As Box Hill kick away, this is Odell. Odell finds Mitchener. Coco. That ball dived on by Box Hill. That's going to be a penalty. Sam Richards this time flings it out the back. That ball is going to be dropped down, so Bailey will call for the penalty. Stops play in its tracks.
Uni must have been told at half-time to start using the ball because they were quite happy to pass that ball instead of taking it up to form a ruck. That kick hasn't gone too far, but at least they had the opportunity of getting possession of the ball.
So that's right, Nathan Mitchell kicking to touch. So Josovic will try and find Richards or Toy.
That's a better throw.
Here we go, flat ball, Samu! That's a little pop pass to Gilbert. McRae, Stowers. Bit of a move in the centres there as Keel comes into the line. Little kick ahead from Mitchener. Where's that ball? Box Hill may have tidied this up at the back, but they are going to run it from a distance. This is Ben Williams. Well, that ball's popped out. Mahamood found the winger. The big fella's going to run. He's still going. Mahamood. Oh, Mahamood with the line beckoning has dropped the ball. What a run from Kialele.
Yeah, lovely to watch. Oh, what a great shame there. That would have been a wonderful try if the number 12 had taken the ball.
Yeah, Mokhtar Mahmood after a great run from Kialele. I'm not sure whether that is Kialele, but in terms of that, ran from deep inside his 22, beat his man. All he had to do is pop it up inside to Mokhtar Mahmood, but Mahmood dropped the ball with the try line beckoning. Would have gone in for Box Hill's 5th try of the afternoon, but it wasn't a B, as Box Hill make a little bit of a change.
Mahmood did well there to get up to be in a supporting player position. The winger had 40 or 50 metres, and Mahmood did well to get up there to support him, but dropped the ball.
Gab Navuni comes into the Box Hill forward pack off the bench as Hakanima has a bit of a break, limps off, and the ball has been yet again dropped in the centre of the field by Melbourne Uni.
Melbourne Uni are trying to execute some moves by changing that running line, but I think that's the 3rd or 4th occasion where it's gone to ground.
Yep.
Maybe they should give that a miss, start just passing the ball out.
Yeah, maybe. It's not quite worked for them, is it? Ball security today, unfortunately. But this is another opportunity for Box Hill to run at Melbourne Uni. Still got 14 men on the field with Rasese in the sin bin. So Moto will feed. Melbourne Uni want to drive against the only the 7-men pack as it's picked up by Tuvai. Finds Carmichael. Carmichael comes inside. Forwards get there. Callum Toy this time. McRae goes blind. They got men over here if they can use it. Josovic has no. He did find inside. He gets dumped at the same time, but all the Box Hill forwards are offside. So Nathan Mitchener will try and get as much ground as he can. Try and get Melbourne Uni back into this game. They definitely have to be the team to score next, that's for sure. I think Box Hill will be back to full strength. Yes, they are. Yosefo Rasese comes back into the play. As Box Hill make another change. Jalami Vaidayaki comes on. There's a bit of a change. He's going to go into the centre. Mahmood has come out to the wing. Right on the halfway line. Melbourne Uni, short line, secured very well. McRae, Stowers, mismove. Keel, Coco. Ball's popped back inside. Mitchin is up in the line, tackled. McRae's trying to get people moving here. Stowers, long pass. You need to be a bit patient here. Just got to secure this ball. Stowers comes inside, beats one, beats two. It's been tackled to the ground. Box Hill forwards have stolen the ball. It's popped up. Can Box Hill use this now? I think they will. Manuel Forte. Maloney. That's a long pass from Moto. He does find his own man though. I think that's forward. That's thrown up in the air, picked up by Colelli, but the ball was thrown forward in the tackle. So it's going to be a scrum down to Melbourne Uni.
I just sense perhaps that Nick Giblett, the Uni assistant coach, has asked the Melbourne Uni players to keep the ball away from the breakdown. I've noticed in this first 6 or 7 minutes that Melbourne Uni want to move the ball at every opportunity. They're not taking it up to form a ruck and look for phase play. We'll see what happens, but I just think that's going to be Uni's best opportunity of getting across the line. Get away from the breakdown and take them on in the backs.
Sam Richards leaves the game for Uni. He's been replaced by, I'm not quite sure, I think it may have been Twikanafe at this stage. As Uni try and use the ball, come back inside, that's a good move. Stowers this time. McRae, they're all offside. Box Hill again. Coco. Ball's popped through, but that's popped through illegally. McRae will try and take this quickly. No, he won't. Mahmood coming through there, but was loitering with intent, as they like to say.
I just need to be patient here, Uni. Get the ball into touch. Now have a flat throw to the line. Don't throw it high and let the wind control it and let the opposition get up and contest.
The strange thing is, there's still a long way to go in this game, and yet they are still trying to rush things and trying to make miracles happen from a long way out instead of being patient, try and create some phases.
By my reckoning, only 12 minutes gone in the second half. But,
and there's going to be a substitute as Nona comes into the fray. He is going to play probably outside centre by the look of it, so that probably means Michael Coco is going to have a spell.
Short line out. 5 players.
Oh, a lot of movement, but that is Callum Toy. Stowers. Lloyd Samu! He's still going, Samu! Still going, he's only 3 metres short. Melbourne Uni forwards get there. McRae doesn't kick the ball up clean, so he's been moved backwards. But he was caught illegally, fringing, Bailey says. So, what will Melbourne Uni go do here? They have been very, very dominant in the scrum.
Well, I think your option of a tap and go, they'll probably call for a scrum, but I'd be inclined to tap and go and use those big fellas to pick and drive the ball over the line. Hugely
underutilised nowadays, the old tap and go, and I don't know why teams elect to use a scrum instead of... The tap and go gives you momentum going forward. I don't know.
Probably the confidence. I mean, Melbourne Uni scrum has been the dominant scrum.
Yes, in this case, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, particularly on the tight heads, on the loose head side. They're wheeling it left to right continually.
Well, he's a bit of a man mountain, is Lloyd Samu, as we saw with that huge run. So he has been, like you say, Stan, utterly dominant up front. So will Uni look to push over here? Or will they just get quick ball? They're setting themselves. No, ball is quick. McRae's dropped the ball with the line beckoning. What a tackle that was on the open side. I am sure that is Recesse that has absolutely nailed Lachlan McRae with the line. Just absolutely sitting there. Probably could have even dived and scored, but Recesse came up with the goods, knocked the ball out of McRae's hands, creating turnover, with Melbourne Uni looking to get on the score sheet, get back into this game.
Yeah, classic lesson there, when you're short of the line, go low body height. He was running upright, and he's a sitting target for a defensive player to come in high and knock the ball and the impact out of his hands. If he'd have bowed his body and driven towards the line, which was only 2 metres away, that would have been a try.
Yeah, that's probably why Lachlan McRae's a scrum half and not a back row forward, unfortunately. So, Box Hill may get driven off this ball, but that is quick ball. Maloney kicks ahead, and that is absolutely, what's a fantastic kick. Maloney beats his, gets it over the top of the left winger.
60-metre gain there for that line kick.
So Uni have to start their march to the Box Hill line all over again.
Well, I think we're down to about 11.5 degrees now.
It's getting colder too as this wind gets up.
No rain as yet, just a few drops. Hopefully we can get away with it.
So, Box Hill 26, Melbourne Uni 10. Josevic to throw. Oh, good secure grab there by Odell, but McRae has dropped the ball, and Box Hill turn this over, and they've dropped the ball. So we're going to play the first knock on. So we'll be a scrum to Box Hill. So, not quite sure what...
Scrum mate.
Yeah.
An advantage, perhaps.
Well, there was a knock-on by McRae off the back of the line, so I'm pretty sure that's what we're waiting for. So it's going to be a Box Hill feed. Melbourne Uni will look to drive these guys off the ball as best they can. Box Hill will look to get it to act very quickly.
Yeah, there's a move coming here. You can see the fullback ready to come in and cut inside. There's a cut-out pass.
Dan, this is the new man. Oh, I haven't got it. He's not on the team sheet, but his first touch after coming off the bench is to score from 50 metres out. So, well identified, Stan, that there was a move coming. It was a long, flat pass out to the running man. We're not quite sure who he is, unfortunately. Number 23, not on the team sheet, but he has scored with his very, very first touch. So we shall look to send a message down to the Box Hill bench, find out who number 23 is, but what an introduction to the play. Ball went straight into his hands, and he's darted over from 45 metres out.
Yeah, those decoy runners there, you could sense it from where we were, that they were going to use those two decoy runners in the backs and use a long cut-out pass. And exactly what was executed.
So the fifth try of the afternoon to Box Hill.
And a bonus point, which they desperately need to stay in touch with the finals, semi-final playoffs.
So this is the last round of the first set of home and aways, and that's a great kick from Maloney. He is 4 from 5 of the day, so that makes the score 33 at Box Hill, Melbourne Uni 10. Could have been oh so different. They with Melbourne Uni with a try beckoning knock on, and basically Box Hill After a relieving kick and a scrum, they have gone over to make it 33-10, and probably no hope of Melbourne Uni coming back from here. Balialovo secures the kickoff. Out to the new man, who we're not quite sure who he is, but there we go. Fisera on the left wing is tackled out over the sideline, and that's going to be a throw-in.
Melbourne Uni don't have any junior players or a junior section of the club. Box Hill, of course, have got a number of youth players that can come through as the ball's won by Uni.
Samu still on his feet. He's made good metres today, and it's going to be a penalty, probably. Stowers goes himself. Sets the ball up. McRae got a couple of options here. Finds Gilbert. Gilbert still going. Got a few forwards with him. Still going, Gilbert. What a run. Dragging Box Hill defenders with him. Another penalty. Arm up in the air from Bailey. McRae directing operations. Stowers. He's gone very deep to... and this... oh, nearly intercepted. If it was caught, he was long gone, was Dow. And Bailey is going to ask the question whether it was slapped down. I think that would be a bit harsh. He did genuinely try and catch the ball.
I did too. I think that's a bit tough if he gets penalised for that. But as I said, Box Hill have got a very good youth setup. They've got young players in their side that emerged through the junior section. Melbourne Uni, of course, many years ago, to play for Melbourne Uni, you actually had to go to the university. But now they rely on recruitment, and there's no system to come through the junior players, the junior section of a club, to foster and mature and become true club men.
Well, incredibly, the Box Hill player has been sent to the sin bin for a deliberate knockdown.
Tough.
I think it's very, very harsh. But there we go. As I think that's Ravela Dow that is in the bin for the deliberate knockdown. No, it was Jonathan Cicera that is in the bin. But like I said, if he'd caught the ball, he was long gone. So, Melbourne Uni attacking a line out 10 metres out from Box Hill's line. Can they get back into this game? That's Callum Toy securing it. So, there's going to be a big drive here. No, in fact, they're going backwards, but they've rolled it around. There is a penalty coming if needed. Still got the ball. Ball's popped up, and that's gone out over the sideline, but Bailey will come back for the penalty. What will they do here? Tap and go is my preference, but they are dominant up front, and Box Hill are down to 14. Or will they go the line-out option? Nope, scrum down. Probably a sensible choice.
Yeah, with the Box Hill down a man. They've got to be smart here, use the ball quickly. This is where the change of running lines can pay off, because the defence will be one man down as we see a player running.
Yeah, Adam Lewis is being introduced. Yep, substitute. And he's going to go into the second row, I believe. That may well be Sean Saunders that's come off.
Now Melbourne Uni need to be patient here, win the ball, move it quickly, set it up if necessary, and then quickly move along their line, looking for the gaps in the D line. They've had a few opportunities like this, of course, previously. They turned over a try from almost this position,
yep,
just
that's
a
right.
bit further infield by the posts.
So there's a bit of an injury in proceedings, so we just take a minute to thank you for wherever you're watching this Rugby Victoria Match of the Round, Dewar Shield, brought to you by La Trobe University, Aquamarine Conferences and Events, Vic Health, BLK, Optimus Health Group, Gilbert, the Victorian State Government, the sports recording services who bring you this action every week, and the 365 Days of Sport radio show that featured former England captain and British Lion, and current Melbourne Rebel, Mr. Jeff Powling this week. So get along, have a search for 365 Days of Sport on Facebook and you'll find it. So Melbourne Uni put this ball in and they are attacking. Stowers, short ball to Fred Keel. Uni's forwards are all over this. This is going out deep. They should get there if the ball spins. Yes, it is. This is Michael Coco into the corner. Could well be Nathan Mitchener, actually. Very difficult to see the actual numbers on the shirt. So Nathan Mitchener gets Melbourne Uni's third try of the afternoon and gives them a little bit of hope to get back into this game. 4 tries for a bonus point. So if they don't get close, they might be able to pick up a couple of points here.
And viewers, if we are calling the wrong players, it's not because our furthest distance to the corner flag here would probably be 250 metres. The Uni jerseys clash of colours are very hard to pick up. And I think, Beefy, you're doing a marvellous job under these circumstances, mate.
We struggle to get the numbers.
It is a struggle, so we do apologise if we're calling players incorrectly.
Yeah, the numbers on the shirts are very, very difficult. Nice. This is this great kick from Max Stowers, and that is a wonderful kick from the touchline. He's been close a couple of times, hit the post from the sideline as well, but this time he has made this count. So this is Box Hill 33, Melbourne Uni 17.
Still a bit of work for Uni, but that'll give them a bit of confidence. As I said, they ran the ball quickly through the hands, set it up from the scrum, and then quick ball through the hands, man short in defence, had to be in try, had 2-man overlap, bang, thank you very much. Let's see what will happen. He's still off the field now for another 6 or 7 minutes, so see if they can take advantage.
As Uni make another change, and Lachlan McRae has been replaced by Will Seaton, so change of scrum half. Samu again been very, very active today. To Alavi this time, and Stower's going to kick. That's going to get held up in the wind, although there's no chase really close enough from Uni. Box Hill trying to run this. This is the new man. So slow ball for Box Hill. Moto finds Maloney. Moto again. Maloney kicks for the sideline and bounces that out around about 30 metres out from the attacking line. It's just going to be a question of territory now for Box Hill. Win behind. They're going to kick behind the Melbourne Uni defence. You're saying about the juniors, so Stan, the reserves game, Melbourne Uni 51, Box Hill 0. So very, very one-sided. I'm not sure, you know, whether they were just very, very dominant on the day or Box Hill was struggling in the reserves. So, but yeah, 51-0 in reserve grade. As Uni try and gain some momentum here. There's a big run from inside the 22. Ball has been pilfered illegally.
Now tap and run it, tap and run it.
So Seaton, who is brand new into the fray, looked to kind of work it, but he is going to pass this over to Mitchener, who's going to try and find the sideline. Doesn't quite know, being in the centre field, which one is easier for him, but being a left footer, he's going to go to that far side. He is hooked his kick, doesn't gain many yards, but the most important thing was making sure it went out to touch. So Melbourne Uni, their line out. They have left a couple of forwards out in the back line, and that includes Lloyd Samu, who has been very, very active in the back line this afternoon. So they need clean ball. They do, secure clean ball. Here we go. We're going to see the big fella. Here he goes. No, they're going to miss him out. So Keel drives forward. He's done very, very well. A little inside move. This is Tuvai. Seaton. Oh, great move. Samu dropped the ball though. That could well be a penalty if it is picked up in front of the player, but no, just the knock on. So yet again, drop ball from Melbourne Uni. That's Lloyd Samu who's dropped the ball. He's been very active around the play, but unfortunately he's made a couple of handling errors. as well.
But he has made a lot of ground. When he has caught the ball, the little short legs get cranking. He's been a good, I think they used him there as a decoy, but it just didn't quite pay off. You know, Melbourne Uni are showing some very good skills, but they're just not executing. The turnovers are just, I'd like to see the stats after the game, but the turnovers is just killing them. It's a coach killer what's happening out there.
But they're going to get a free kick with Box Hill not going down. This is the man, Samuel, runs over Adam Price. Price did well to actually kind of bring him down. This is Toy. He's been held up. It's going to be a maul, but will Uni get the ball out? Bailey's called once. They're still moving forward. Adam Price in there, well done. That was actually the centre. Mokhtar Mahamood in there. He's not a very big man, but he's obviously strong. The upper body.
Very strong, elusive sort of player. Just when the only error he's really made was only dropped that inside pass in the first half, which he would have scored from.
Yeah.
But he's been all over the field, Mokhtar. Oh, Mahmood, is it?
Mokhtar Mahamood, yes.
Mokhtar Mahmood, yeah.
So, just about on this halfway line. It's going to be put in to Box Hill. That's a huge feed as well, by the way. Melbourne Uni, what a drive! Absolutely fantastic drive. Here we go, Seaton, tap and go. Here we go. Melbourne Uni look to move this ball very quickly out to the right wing. Get deep into Box Hill territory. Seaton. Stowers looks for support from his forwards. Here it comes. This is Josovic. That could be a high tackle in midfield as well.
Melbourne Uni lifting the tempo of the game. Here's
Stowers has dropped the ball.
Trying to move that ball, as I said. I suspect at half-time, Gimlet, their assistant coach, would have told them, let's move the ball, get away from these forwards, let's lose our speed and deception. But again, another turnover.
Tuakanafi comes on. Dewar, Matthew Dewar gets a spell. He's played well today, Dewar. Mitchener there, coming up into the line, making that handling area again. But yet again, Melbourne Uni throw it away. Decent possession with simple drops of the ball. It's like you say, it's a real coach killer. Just that, the skills aspect of the game, just the simple things. It has been a very, very close game. Box Hill have taken the opportunities, sure, for the long distance drives, but in terms of where they're at, Melbourne Uni could have made this such a close game. It's unbelievable. So off the back of the scrum, Box Hill spin the ball way out to the left wing, out to Thassera. But I think Melbourne Uni may have turned this over. Yes, they have. Seaton. Toy. Good ball, good quick ball here. And that ball has popped out again. Lloyd Samu hanging around on the wing. I thought Dewar would come off. That's Dewar there with the ball, so perhaps he didn't. Well, obviously didn't. So Melbourne Uni looking to get this ball out. Tap and go from Seaton, and that could put a man in the bin there for the professional foul. But Uni keep to roll with this ball. Stowers finds Clift. Seaton. Oh, great move in the centre with an over the head pass. Should have set the winger free again though, but elected to take the tackle and lost the ball. So it's going to be a scrum to Box Hill defensively. Not quite sure why Bailey hasn't come back for the initial penalty, where
I thought Bailey let the play go on there. I would have given 10 men, not back 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
On that first penalty. But quite happy to let play go on. It surprised me.
as we get the first drops of rain.
Talking of rain at this ground, Beefy, in the 70s I can recall there's a historic photo of the water lapping across the crossbar.
Oh, really?
The council then went through a period of trying to redrain this ground,
yeah,
and it became an absolute quagmire for about 10 years. Further development and all patience to the Box Hill Club persevered with this ground and the council before they eventually put in some proper drainage.
Yeah.
But for a period there of almost 10 to 15 years, this was not a ground you wanted to play rugby on. Just an absolute mud quagmire. And I've got to say, as I said at the beginning of this broadcast, the ground is carrying a little bit of grass. There's no mud after the rain we've had over the last couple of days.
Yeah.
A little bit lumpy in places, Beefy. It's not flat, even. But it's draining quite well now, and the Box Hill Club should be very pleased.
No, that's it. And of course, all Victorian Grand Final days are held here. It's a great facility and lots of parking, decent clubhouse. So no, it's looking in great nick as well. The fields are domed so to aid that drainage as well. So it's no, it's very, very great, good place to watch rugby. So Moto goes away with the ball. This is via Dreake, who has lost the ball forward. Can Uni pick the ball up? Another handling error, Stan.
Very scrappy, very scrappy. That ball bounced forward. There was no excuse for the Uni player not to be able to take control of it. Very scrappy play. I just can't put my finger on it. Why is this game developing this way? There's a wind blowing, sure.
Yeah,
but,
that's right. So I'm not too sure. We must have missed this, Stan, but Stephen Palou is in the bin for Box Hill. So I'm not quite sure why.
Sorry?
As the rain is coming down again.
The rain is coming down. So please be patient with us. You can see it now, I'm sure, sweeping across the ground.
So Melbourne Uni with a move in the centre. And again, Uni on the tackle have lost the ball forward. This is Balialovo that has picked the ball up. But he's lost the ball forward.
Yeah, look, it's just getting a bit untidy. But,
yes.
The rain is coming down at 45 angle degrees because of the wind. And so Box Hill have actually got the wind and the rain behind them.
So Melbourne Uni looking into the sun and the rain. So it is typical Melbourne. It is cold, it's wet, and it's sunny and windy all at once. So it'll start snowing in a minute, no doubt. So we've got about 10 minutes to go here at RHL Sparks Reserve. It is Box Hill 33, Melbourne Uni 17. Melbourne Uni have an attacking scrum 25 metres out. Desperately need to score to make this an absolute barnstormer of a finish. Will Seaton feeds, gets the ball out quickly. Stowers, short ball. Ione moves forward. Ball's come out again to this right wing, looking for Tommy Herbert. Ball's there. This is Toy. Callum Toy moves forward. He's inside the 22. Ball's popped up. Box Hill desperately trying to snuff out this Melbourne Uni attack, and the ball's popped loose again. This is Odell who's trying to clean it up. They're going backwards, Uni. At least they still got the ball. Seat, Stowers. Coco still going. This is the new man, Leota. You can see this rain absolutely pummeling down now. Proper rugby weather this. And that ball's gone loose and it's been picked up by Box Hill. And the man is running. This is Jose Salisi. Salisi, will he get there? Yes, he does. Unbelievable. Another long distance try. Absolutely every try has come from over 45 metres out, and that is the 6th try of the afternoon for Box Hill. Melbourne Uni in attack. They strung together 5 or 6 phases And then just a simple handling error. The ball popped out the side of the ruck. Joji Salesi picked the ball up and he has run 80 metres to the try line. So that snuffs out any hope of a Uni comeback. Unfortunately, they were been looking good. They'd held possession.
And Uni coming into this game with three wins, 3 losses and a draw, now find themselves, I would say, at least 4 points outside the top 4, depending on the outcome of Powerhouse above them and Moorabbin.
So Maloney with a kick on the intersection of the 5-metre line on a 22. Tries to make this 40, and he has kind of sliced it away. So that keeps the score. Box Hill 38, Melbourne Uni 17. 6 tries to 3.
And the bonus point, Beefy. So that's going to be important, isn't it?
Yeah, very important. It's always very important. So Melbourne Uni need to keep playing here, try and get what they can out of this game. They haven't been disgraced. It's just opportunist tries from all over the park. So that's a penalty for interference at the regather of the kickoff. So Seaton tries to go again. He finds William Clift. Seaton goes blindside. To Kanafe. Stowers. Good tackle in the midfield there. Got a lot of forwards out on this near side, but they're going to use the backs. Keel's tackled it very, very well. Big handoff. Uni trying to recycle the ball. This is Dewar. And that ball has not been released by Dewar. And, oh, hello, here we go. Seaton, even though it was a Box Hill penalty, tried to take a quick penalty, but he has been absolutely upended by Balialovo and dumped into the ground. He's actually hurt. So I'm not sure what Bailey is going to do here, whether he's going to reverse that penalty or whether he's going to stick with the original Box Hill penalty.
But you were quite right earlier in the call, Beefy, that the tap and run is the way to go. And it's good to see them employing that in the second half in the attacking zone. At least they're clearing the ball quickly, and that's what they needed to do, Melbourne Uni. But those handling errors have been very, very cruel.
Now we've got a conference between all 3 officials. So we're going to make a decision about what happened after the quick tap, which was taken. Well, it wasn't right because it was actually the wrong call, and we're going to get probably a reversal in this penalty, and we're going to get Balialovo is going to be sent to the bin. Or is that red? That's a red card for Balialovo. Well, the officials had a bit of a conference.
It must have been a previous offence. That must have been a blatant kick or something that we didn't see.
It was
giving a red card.
Yeah.
Only when you get 2 yellow cards, or it's actually dangerous play to injure a player.
Yeah, I think it was the fact that he picked him up and dumped him has seen a red, a dismissal.
Well, only if he had landed him on his head or his neck, because you normally the tip tackle would be a yellow card unless it's in a dangerous, or he didn't, or he brought him to ground safely, it'd be a yellow. But if he just let him drop himself, then it'd be a red card. Very interesting to see, to hear learn what the
Box Hill down to 13 at this stage. So will Melbourne Uni make the numeric advantage count now? They've dropped the ball again. Unbelievable. 2 men up. Keep it simple now. But that was the last play of the game. I'll make that 5 minutes short, but there we go. That is brought an end to the Victorian Rugby match of the